Uh, Thank you very much, Honorable Secretary Dawes, Chairman ISRO, Chairman in Space, Dr. Pawan Goenka. I think this is a marathon meeting going on yesterday, and I think we are witnessing something very unprecedented happen in the space industry. On behalf of the Association of Chamber of Commerce, FICCI, CIA, ISPA, Geospatial World, I'm presenting their highlight views in my presentation, which we feel, I think, stars fully aligned. If we achieve these points, which is presented by Pawan and the followed, if you able to achieve that, I think there is no power could hold us back to become a superpower or the next prevailing power in the space sector. So with that, I will just present those points because of the time. I have to quickly use that. Thank you, please. So these are the bullet points which we see, and if we go and do, there are maybe some points which may be in duplication, but just to think, we have divided into different categories, and this is the category regulatory and the framework for ease of doing business. First of all, I think Pawan is also talked about. There has to be unified single window. We don't have to go to pillar to post. We have to lock the various ministries, the various departments to get the clearances. I think if we have single window, this problem could be solved. There is also the overarching Space Act is highly needed. I think we country must have a Space Act which governs and give a way forward for the various space policy or space activities. I think Act is needed. Then there has to be adopted policy for review cycle. It is not that one policy is made for years to follow. I think it has to be corrective measure has to be done while the policy is getting implemented. I think it's not that the one policy comes, then you have to wait for another policy, that third policy. I think there has to be corrective measure has to be done because the situation is dynamic, the world is moving very fast. Then we have a service level timeline, which clear very transparent level benchmarking, digital tracking approval, significant lower compliance. That is the need of hour. I think that is also very much required. Then this is very important, the go-to-market strategy and import-export restriction. So it requires all our homegrown taxation, GST, and also import-export. I think if we timely address all these issues, I think we will be able to do much faster because it requires a lot of complication in terms of when we are importing something or we try to import or we build something together with third country and we want to export to other country. Then we have another heading which is called market creation, hybrid connectivity. Pawan is rightly said on that because it has been regulated. The government is an anchor customer and all over the world, if you see the largest users of the government, it is not a different in terms of the space sector. Then we have to have outcome-based state procurement. I think this is now the time has to come. The number of states has coming with their space policy. So I think they must come out very clearly about what are the state or what are their requirement, what are the ministries which they wanted to require for their good governance, what are the space applications they required. I think that will open up the new windows and new opportunity for our companies to work with them. Then we have a dual network complement layer that is also that we have to have a standard system protocol has to work. Space is working with other standardization body. I think we need to streamline those standard practices. Then we have to integrate all things the national program integration which enables satellite directly and major blueprints like Digital India, BharatNet. I think BISEC DG, Mr. TP Singh has elaborated how difficult it was, but how simple it can be integrated. And he has just chosen, and I think it is all everybody was spellbound to see what is the achievement has TM Gati Shakti has taken. Then we have a capital mobilization evaluation. We have to have a critical and harmonized infrastructure. We have to have a sovereign risk sharing pool. I know this is a sector which is very vulnerable, and I think it is required a very deep insurance and risking capabilities. I think we are at the nation state, we are just a 5-year-old private industry, and we are growing. I think the presence of 400 startups and the industry, it requires, and I think we have to have that kind of things which need to be addressed. Then we also have to build up, and I think the presentation this morning by the investor, it is clearly saying that now the investment has to go multifold in the space sector, and this is that we have wanted to address. Then we have to have economic value modulation that will downstream value for a contribution for the Indian space ecosystem. That's another point which we have to. Then the final and important aspect is procurement and manufacturing scale. Then we have to have a quality-based procurement. We must have a milestone-based hybrid PLI. Then we have to have a rolling of 5-year demand roadmap for ISRO and SL. It is very important that industry must know what is the roadmap of ISRO. Honorable Chairman ISRO is here. He has shown a presentation very well, but he has kept the some numbers or some launches very secretively. I think we want, if they are not very strategic, they should come out very open, but their 5-year, 10 years road plan, so that the industry can gear up to gear up that. And same way, NSIL is not coming forward with their road plan when their launch is coming, when they are going to integrate. So industry is looking forward. At least they should plan something like that. They wanted to do this launch this year, this line. So at least when they want to do for the right share, that they should look for NSIL, not for outside. Then of course, the emerging dual-use policy areas. There's inside commercial integration in space, service to orbital computers, space security, private navigation, network, etc., etc. I think these are the bullet points. It's everyone is a food for thought. I think we'll go with this messaging and take with you and develop on it. I think the task is given by Chairman Goenka that the industry association should work together and bring out a blueprint of how we can go and implement. And if there is anything to be aligned, that should be aligned properly. Thank you very much.